Hi, I'm Mike with Homes Quality Products. Today I'm going to make a little bit different video than I do. Normally I'm talking about a certain type of credit card and things like that. This is going to be about my personal self, how I messed up my credit, what I did to fix it, and how I've gotten to where I am now. Kind of like credit card wise, so like my credit card journey. I actually already made this video once when I first started the channel. It was like my fifth video maybe. I felt like it was a little too personal to put out that time. But now there's more of you guys that seen my other videos. I feel like now is a little better. And plus it might help you guys. Like it might help some of you guys that have made these same mistakes. You know, everybody makes mistakes. We're not all perfect, you know, and have different things that we've done and learn from them. So a little bit to give you an idea, like I started working really young. I think it was like 14 when I started working. 14, 15 in there. I had a car payments really young. So I started out, you know, making money at a young age. I've done a lot of things, a lot of different things. I've been a cook. I worked in law enforcement, military, sold products on Amazon, day traded stocks. I was a manager for years. I've done a lot of different things. So I could probably relate to more of you guys than you realize. Sometimes people see these videos and people are talking and whether they've made all the right decisions or they just don't explain what they've done, and it's hard to relate, but I've done a lot of things. And I've enjoyed almost every job I've ever done. I've got a lot of experience of it. I've done a lot of extra things among those jobs, whether it be special teams or whatever it might be, and I've really enjoyed the experiences. So when I was in my upper teens, I got some credit cards. And then I think I did like a finger hut or something and some different things. And then I was doing some construction and things changed. I went to an electric company and the electric company laid me off. And I was struggling for a little bit. And I ended up being super stressed about all these credit cards and things I was paying before and how to pay them. So then I finally got to a point and I stopped. So from then that point forward, I paid for everything with cash. I bought my cars with cash. I did everything with cash. I was like, what's the point of a credit card? I don't need these things. I got cash. I can save money. And then as I did different careers, I began to make more money and I made different decisions and better decisions. I was able to save more cash. Then you fast forward many years, and I started paying more attention to my accounts. And I'm like, you know, what is this bank doing for me? So maybe I had a credit card with them, whatever. And I made a mistake of getting Credit One credit cards, and they will nickel and dime you. I definitely don't recommend it. You're not going to ever see me recommend their cards. They were charging me monthly fees, not for interest, for all kind of other things. So once I realized that I'm paying these fees, I'm like, I'm just giving these people money. I'm paying my balance off, but I'm giving them money. And I started looking at my savings account. I'm like, no interest, you know, and I had a bigger bank or whatever at the time. So I started thinking like, they've been taking my money. How can I get their money legally? Get their money. So I switched checking accounts. I went to a better higher interest savings account. And I was like, okay, now I'm actually accumulating a little bit from my savings account. And then I wanted to get out of the credit cards that I had with Credit One. I was like, well, I need to get my credit higher. And at this time, I was also looking at buying a car that was more than I had the cash on hand for. So I'm like, okay, this is a good time. I need to get rid of Credit One and I want to buy a car. So let me start looking at my credit score. So I looked at my credit score and it was in maybe 5. I don't remember. I'll look and see if I can post a screenshot of it. It was in the 5 something, like 540s and 560s, somewhere in there. So then I started thinking like, it's been so long since I had any kind of credit card issues. Why is my credit score so low? So the way I got my credit score from 5 something to 700 something, roughly around 700, in 45 days. And the way I did that was I went through there and I disputed every single thing on there. Everything. Just dispute everything that's on your credit. So when you dispute it, they send out, you know, and ask all these people about the money. Well, your stuff gets sent off to so many different people. It's probably not even relevant anymore. Like for my case, it had been many years since I had credit, really. So I know that it had been like probably close to 10 years at that time. So once you dispute everything, they're going to request each one of these people to respond. Those people have 30 days to respond. So if they don't respond in 30 days, they remove it. So that's why it took 45 days, and you'll be able to see it in the graph where my credit score went from 5 something to almost 700, because once I disputed and all these negative things came off my credit, it shot up. So 45 days later, I got a credit score that now I can actually get decent credit cards and start working towards getting the car I want to get. So now that my credit score at that time was starting to get better, I started off with some simple catch-all credit cards like the Capital One Quicksilver and the Citi Double Cash, things like that, just to have a simple credit card to try to build this even more. So now I actually have a savings that's giving me interest back in my savings account. I'm paying off my credit cards every month and getting cash back from these cards. And I told you I wanted, like, after seeing the way Credit One did me and the big banks weren't giving me anything, I'm like, I want to be able to get some of their money. And the key to that is paying off your balance every month. Don't pay interest or you're losing money. So I paid off these credit cards, and I would just save up the cash back. Just let it accumulate and then save it for, Christmas, or save it for an emergency, or save it for just a toy or gadget or something I want. But that way it's not like, I got the extra money put aside just for my cash back to buy this, whatever, whatever I want to buy at that time. And then as time went on, I'm like, okay, this is nice getting this 1.5% or 2% back on everything, but can I get more? So that's when I started getting the 5% cards and the 4% and started getting even more and more cash back. And it was all about cash back at first, because I wasn't really traveling. I just wanted to get cash back on my pocket and save this extra money for whatever I wanted to do, whether it's for a little trip or whatever, gifts, whatever it might be. I wanted to be able to save this money. Then once I started learning about traveling and points, I started getting credit cards that give me points back. And at first, I still didn't understand the value of points. I actually have a video that I'm already working on to show you guys a lot of examples of cash versus points. But I didn't understand the value of points. So I was using the points to buy travel through a portal, which is not the optimal way to use your points. Like if you have Amex points and you go into Amex portal and you buy travel, and you're going to get like 1 cent. You might as well just have a cashback credit card. But once you start transferring them out to partners like British Airways and Avianca and Hyatt and American Airlines, once you start transferring them out, those points are worth way more. But I didn't know these things. I was ignorant to all this. So I'm hoping with these videos I'm making, it'll help you guys understand the value and the way to maximize these things. And some people's lifestyles, cash back is better. And some people's lifestyles, traveling points are better. So these videos I have are both sides. So you can look at any one of them or just ask me a question in a comment, and I'll give you some ideas of things to check out or try, or something you can add to something you're already doing. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. There's a little bit of my background, me messing up my credit, me repairing it. The first thing, just in case you guys fast forward skipped it, the first thing to do, dispute everything that's negative. Because the worst thing they could do is not take it off, right? But let me also add one more thing. If you have something on your credit and it's 10 years old and you pay them $1, you reactivate it. All right? Nobody's perfect, and we all make different mistakes. So hopefully this helps you guys dispute everything that's negative. Hopefully majority of it comes off, or not all of it comes off, and then your credit score goes up, and then you can start getting these credit cards and getting these points and cash backs. So this is a little bit more of a personal video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. See that I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. I've made them play them. You learn more from the things you get wrong than the things you get right. So I've learned a lot. And that's why I try to give you guys some of the things I've learned, so you don't have to make the same mistakes. And if you have made mistakes, try to fix it. Or maybe we can figure out a way to fix it and help you do better and get more things, get free cash back, free travel, and different things. So for somebody that had a bad credit score, messed up, to having over 40 credit cards, there's definitely been a journey there. And then with all the different career and areas I've worked in, I've learned a lot. I've worked with a lot of great people, and I've learned a lot of things. And I hope that some of this will, relate to you guys. You can understand that I can probably understand people making mistakes and doing these things. But anyway, like I always say, if you don't have the cash, you don't have the credit. Treat it just like cash. If you use that credit card, you need to have the money in your account to pay it off. Treat it just like a debit card. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, hit the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm trying to make this channel grow. If you have any questions or comments, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just speaking from experience. You can leave a comment down below, and hopefully I can give you an idea that worked for me, and maybe some of my experiences will help you. But anyway, hope you liked the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.